Everybody says you gotta pick either eBay or TCGplayer. I didn't. I've been running this business for about 3 months and utilizing both to my advantage. And if you're afraid of like double selling your inventory or listing times or thinking you don't have time to run both, stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. All right, let's start off with eBay. Something that I would send to eBay would be something like these cards. A little bit more high end, a little bit more sought after, a little bit older, and they are in, let's see, they are in good condition. I'm gonna say they're in great condition, but they're not in like PSA 10 condition, so I don't get them graded. But let's see, that's on the sleeve there. But yeah, you can look at the card. Card's really nice. There's no whitening on the front or anything. The back has look, one dot there. That might be on the card. But yeah, so there's a little damage. So it's very close to near mint. But what I would do is I would put this on eBay. I would list it as light played and explain in the comments that this is a near mint card that has never been actually played. It's been sitting in the sleeve for 11 years. And then explain to them that I'm putting light played just so, you know, I'm not overshooting what the card actually is, but I do think it's a great card. That way, if somebody's wanting to buy this to get it graded, they have an expectation of maybe a 9 or maybe an 8, so they know what they're paying for, and they're not going to buy this from me and think, yeah, I'm just going to get it because it looks good and it's going to be a 10 and I'll make thousands of dollars. And it's like, no, if that was the case, I would have done it. You know, like if they follow me, they know that I'm a grading guy. So I'll list it as a light played, explain that this is all just factory flaws, and show the corners of the card. Like take a picture like this, take a picture like this. You get the picture. It'd be a great listing, and then they can decide whether they want to. You know, if it's a binder card, it's a perfect binder card. The front is great. I'm not worried about the 2 dots on the back, and they can just buy it and put it in their binder. But to me, this is an eBay card, and that kind of goes for all these cards. Got a great Hollow Dragon Knight from Roaring Skies, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of the same thing. It's like I almost sent it in, but it was like a dot or two that I thought maybe it'd be an 8. That's on the sleeve. But it's like it's right on the cusp of like a 9 and an 8. But then in raw, these cards like this, they go for like $15, $16, something like that. I think the Jirachi might be going like 15. This one might only be like 10. But the point is that you put a more high-end card on eBay that you want to like show details of things for. And then we'll switch to the TCGplayer real fast. Is you'll just put your bulk cards. So I have over 2,000 cards from the XY series. And I have about 1,000 of these reverse cards. Everything from like there's some rares. I literally got I got them in alphabetical order. I just pulled them out of the box. But I have 1,000 of these, and they all go for, you know, 50 cents to $1. Or, you know, I even had a few of them that were like $6, $7 in there. But these are TCGplayer cards. They're not too worried about the condition, even though all these are going to be listed as near mint. And see, I mean, to me, that's still near mint. But they'll all be listed as near mint. They all just been sitting in a box. All great cards. And I could just take the spreadsheet, the CVS file, from being a level 4 seller on TCG, and just upload it and type how much quantity I have. Reverse hollow, how much quantity, because some cards I have like 20, 30 of in generations and evolutions. I did a lot of packs back in like 2010. So yeah, all these are perfect cards to put on TCGplayer and sell them for 50 cents a piece. And then when somebody buys one, they tend to buy, I did a 28 card order last night, and all it was Spirit Links. They got every Spirit Link I owned, one of each I own, so I still got a bunch of them, but they got one of everything that I have listed. And whether it was a hollow, reverse hollow, just a regular near mint, it didn't matter. They just wanted one of every Spirit Link. So that's what TCGplayer is good for. The simplest way to kind of do both of these is to have 2 separate piles. I have my big storage container that I've showed before right off cam there. And I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I got 15 sleeves of boxes, and they're all labeled. I have dividers in between and labels on the front. And I'll have like all my XY era reverse hollows. And then all the bulk cards, I have them in set in alphabetical order. And then my eBay stack is a little bit smaller stack, maybe 60 cards, 70 cards, and they're kind of like this. They're top loaded and sleeved already, ready to sell, and they're in alphabetical order, and they're in their own little sleeve. And I keep the inventories completely separate. I know some people like to try to cross inventory, that way they sell it faster and they get more eyes on it, but then you have to either be pausing your stuff while you're sleeping and not at home, and as soon as somebody makes a sale, you jump to the other and you cancel it, or you can write a script if you know how to write a script, or they got some other places that I won't mention for sponsorship reasons. And they do all the automation for you, and you can put it on Shopify, you can put it on eBay, TCG, go to all of them, and they cross like connect. So whenever one sells here, it'll pull it off for you. You got to pay for services like that, but they do have them out there. So I would say for eBay, you're going to put in a little bit more time in your listing. You're going to take more pictures. You're going to write a good description, or use the AI fill. I always just write a description, feel more personal. You're going to write a description, take good pictures, and be honest with your buyers. Hey, this is what's wrong with it. This is why I'm getting rid of it. This has been part of my collection. I'm just trying to pass it down to somebody who can appreciate it. I keep it very simple, very short, and then I tell everybody to check out my store if they're interested in more cards, sealed product. I'm across 5 TCGs now. And then for cards under, I'd say $3 to $4, they're good TCG cards. You can even do something like these cards, put on TCG. They'll go for probably like 40-50 cents a piece. Or if you put these on eBay and you take a picture and you show they're all near mint, which of course all these are near mint, then somebody might take the chance of like wanting to grade, if it's their favorite Pokemon, or something like this could still fetch, I don't know, $50 in a tin. They may want to buy this and get it graded. Maybe they need to fill a couple of spots in their grading submission, and that's what they want to do with it. But you could put this on TCGplayer for 50 cents, or however much they go for, 40-50 cents. And then, or you could put them on eBay and you could sell them for like 99 cents or $1.99, and then have the eBay tracking attached to the card. So then you have it fully tracked, and they bought it for a premium, but it's not a premium. It's they're paying a little bit more for a little bit more work you put in. So you're taking the pictures, you're writing the descriptions, you're taking time out your day. And you're not just putting a one in a spreadsheet. It's a little bit simpler on TCG, but on eBay you're gonna take a little bit more time and do a little bit more. Big pros and cons real fast. eBay, big platform. Everybody goes to eBay first. You get a trusted seller. It's a little bit more interactive. You can just shoot a message about the thing. You can offer people offers on their cards, counter offer, and it's all just done built in. And then when you ship a card under 20 bucks, they also have the eBay white envelope, and you put it in a regular envelope. Whoever pays, buyer or seller, it's $1.31. It's $1.31. You print it on your thermal printer, and you get the label with the stamp built in. So there's no need for a physical stamp. And I love that, because like, I know it's only 75 cents for a physical stamp, and I know they're about to go up some, but if I can not have to go to the post office to buy a roll of stamps, or the corner store or whatever, and just print it on my thermal printer, I would almost move all my inventory to eBay if there was an easy way. But then you have TCGplayer, and it's more of a passive thing. You download the spreadsheet, you list all 50,000 cards you have, and you put a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 10, a 5, and then you hit save, you upload it, and then you go to sleep. Like it will sell itself, and you could check the price checker every now and then, make sure your percentages aren't too far off if somebody's undercutting you or whatever the case is. And you can set a floor price. I set a very high floor price. I do sales every day, and when my sales happen, it's instead of it being a 2-cent card, it's a 30-cent card, and I'm 15x in my money. But then it comes to shipping, and then you ship in a plain white envelope. There's no tracking built in. I use TCG tracking, and I have a tracking for mine. So whenever somebody says, hey, I haven't got it yet, is there anything we could do about it? I'll look at the tracking, and it's unofficial by TCG, so you can't like win a dispute about it. But if you look and you show them proof, and you say, hey, just give it a couple more days, I see it in your city, it'll probably be to you in a few days, and they get it in a few days, they're very appreciative. But you gotta do a little bit more work on the shipping end. So now that we see the quick differences and pros and cons to using both, like what kind of seller should be using both? I'd say a seller like me. You got some high-end cards. We're gonna call them high-end above, over $6. You got some high-end cards that you want people to see the grades of, to sell at a premium. or you got a bunch of bulk. And I got 8,000 Magic cards. I got 6,000 Pokemon cards. I got a few thousand Riftbound, a few thousand One Piece now, and that's all bulk that goes on TCG. So I use both because I have both type of inventory. But if you're just buying bulk and you're flipping bulk and you're starting your business, or if you just have a bunch of high-end cards or PSA slabs or PSA slabs, sell them only on eBay. So I built my eBay business to be ready whenever my slabs come in. So I think I have like 30 followers on my little bitty store on eBay, and they're waiting for these PSA slabs. So as they come in, I'll put them on my website. Website links down below. You'll get it cheaper on my website first. Put it on my website for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna move them to eBay. So it's, you could do all of it. I know people are strapped for time and you want to be efficient and maximize or whatever, but if you take the extra 3 or 4 days of struggling and learning both systems work in sync. Like, I get to my computer, I open up TCGplayer, I open up eBay, I check, see if anything's sold, whatever is sold, hit all the print labels, hit all the packing slips, and then I just pack it all at the same time. It's one more step, but you're building a second audience, because this audience isn't always this audience, and this audience definitely isn't this audience, and they bounce back and forth. And I think if you can utilize both efficiently, then you can build a business where you're selling slabs, you're starting a website, I'm making content now, TCG, eBay, doing everything at the same time, all while like building the website, building the YouTube channel. I'm turning down a sponsor today actually until I talk to y'all about it, but a sponsor actually reached out to me on just my little couple hundred view videos. Somebody wants to do a little minute section with me about something. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm probably gonna turn it down. I think my next video will actually talk about that a little bit, about sponsors. And yeah, man, I mean, again, if you think it fits both of your business models, then do both. I mean, if you're only in a bulk or if you're only in higher end, then stick to one. But I don't see the flaw. A lot of YouTubers right now are saying, you know, stick to one, be really efficient, maximize, like master this. And it's like, well, just master both. Like, I find it very simple. I find it very simple just to learn both at the same time and learn how both grows. And now I know everything about TCGplayer. I know everything about eBay. And so when somebody asks me a question, I'm not like, oh, yep, sorry, I only use, you know, the bulk site, or I only use eBay site. I use it all. Because I genuinely think you don't need to like pick a side. Just build a system, and your system, if your system works, your system works. And then when it works, it becomes routine, and with routine, you see results. And that's just my opinion. And I've done about $7,000 in sales in eBay. I've done like 2,900, so we can say 3,000 in TCGplayer. I hit a 5-figure business in less than 3 months, and eBay is about what, 80% of it, maybe 75%, 25%. And yeah, they both do extremely well. This one just comes with higher end cards, so it comes a little faster and a little bit bigger, sexier numbers. But I mean, doing $2,000 or $3,000 in bulk in a few months, I'm completely satisfied with that, because I'm trying to get slabs. Like, that's my thing. PSA, CGC. But I mean, this is almost a $500 card, even in a 7. And I paid like, we did the math in the last video, but I paid like $89 to get this card graded. And you know how I made that $89? Because I started this business with $0. I sold bulk cards. I sold off some of my personal collection. But I do hope this helps y'all decide whether both systems are for you, if one system is for you, if the other system is for you, or maybe neither one of them is for you. Maybe it's too much work. Maybe the pennies you get here isn't worth your time. Maybe you don't have these cards to sell on eBay. So this was a good video for you to be like, hey, maybe this ain't for me. And maybe you just sell off your collection as a full collection. People love buying collections. I love buying collections. On the website down below, you'll be able to email me if you're interested in selling off a collection, and the numbers are right and I have the money for it. We can make something happen. But yeah, check the store out, guys. Go ahead and subscribe here if you're still here. As soon as slabs come in, they go to the website first for 2 weeks, and then eBay gets them. So if you want a chance of under market value price on some nice slabs that are coming in, go ahead and follow the store. Sign up for the email list. I'll be sending out an email when everything comes in. And yeah, until next time, guys, the swamp is growing. Don't get lost out there.